Hello, social catfish. My name's Carolyn Soprano. I'm 55 years old. I was pursued by this person off and on for the last year. We definitely talk about getting married, and we talk about different places to live. I'm definitely in love with him.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com. On today's episode, we speak to a woman named Caroline from Virginia. She was contacted by a man named Donnie Charlie on TikTok. The two of them hit it off and started a relationship online through chats. Caroline is still in contact with Donnie, but she is having doubts about him being who he claims to be after sending him over $10,000. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it.
I'm a widow. Have been for 7 years. I was a widow for 3 years, and I wasn't ready at the time until 3 years after my husband died. The first time I got onto an online site, the person was able to get my banking information somehow through my phone and was able to scam me out of $3,000. After the scam 4 years ago, I kind of switched and didn't do any of those sites, and tried to date a couple people, and that didn't pan out very well either.
After being scammed out of thousands of dollars, Caroline quit online dating. She started to form a relationship with someone in person, but it just didn't work out.
We dated off and on for about 2 years, but it never went anywhere. He wasn't ready, and he just felt like he wanted to have more of friends with benefits instead of just having a relationship or going the next step. After we had been together for a year, he said he wanted to just be part-time. And that we were already part-time. We were only see each other every couple weeks. That kind of messed with me a lot. That made me want to go back to online dating. I don't know if it's because they seemed more real than he was, or if it was because he was heartless about, not wanting to have a real relationship after being together that long.
Caroline went back to online dating after the relationship with the man she was dating in person didn't work out. And that's when it all started.
Somebody pursued me on TikTok. His name is Donnie Charlie, and he lives in Germany. And he's in the military. Donnie is very handsome, and he's very sexy, and he has very good pictures, and he looks like he should be a model on some kind of social media or something. He was like, "Hi, I don't know you, and you don't know me, but I would like to get to know you, and I would like to pursue you as a date." And I said, "Well, depends on where you live." And he said, "Well, I'm in Germany." And I said, "Well, that's going to be real hard to date." Then he said he was in the military, and that kind of made me feel like he would be more willing to have a relationship because of the fact that he's in the military, and maybe he wanted to have somebody to talk to when he's having a hard time or whatever over there. Maybe 2 or 3 times since we've been talking, we have had sexual talks, but it's not all the time. I was trying to scale back and see if he really wanted to talk to me, and I blocked him on TikTok. Then he started emailing me. We talk by email now, except for when he calls me on the phone. I do believe that I'm in love with him. If he thinks that I'm upset, he'll even start crying on the phone. I don't know if he talks to other people or not because of the fact that he is constantly talking to me. I definitely want to have a future with him, and I would definitely marry him.
Caroline was blinded by the thought of starting a life with Donnie. Their relationship started to progress even further when they planned to start a family together.
The first time then Charlie asked me for money, it was like an emergency situation. It wasn't a whole lot. It was, I don't know, $45, $50 for his medicine.
Donnie told Carolyn that he would frequently get headaches and he needed her to buy him medicine to help with the pain. Well, those headaches kept getting worse and worse, and Caroline kept sending more and more money. She ended up shoveling out thousands of dollars to help Donnie with his migraines.
I can't tell you how much I've sent him. I should know. I'm sure if I went back and looked, I would probably say anywhere from $50 to $100 a week lately. He showed me pictures of things that where he had gotten hurt, and I guess I couldn't stand it, so I sent it. So he definitely has a control over me as far as, making sure that he's safe. Last week, I sent him money for his medicine again. I've got my heart and soul involved in this person, and by him calling me and stuff like that, even when I wasn't talking to him for a month or so, it was almost like a death in the family because it was that much of a connection. I don't know how to describe it, because when I wasn't talking to him, I was really sad and really worried about him. I did try to break it off, and that's why I wasn't sure if he was real or not. That's why I approached you guys and to see if maybe he was or wasn't real. I have sent probably about $10,000 to $15,000. Yes. He's in the military in Germany, and I am concerned that he's maybe been mistreated while he's been there, and they have not paid him while he's been there. They're saying that they're going to pay him after his tour is up. That's a long time to go without having any money to get anything you need, so I can kind of understand that.
Caroline lives off of her husband's death benefits and disability. She has sent so much money to Donnie, she had to pick up a job to pay her bills. The medicine Donnie needed really started to affect her life.
I can't figure it out. My heart is in it, and the way he talks to me, it seems like his heart's in it. I do feel like I love him that much that I can tell when he's smiling on the phone, when he's not, when he's upset. I can tell if he's gonna, laugh or not. I don't know. I'm not used to somebody showing any emotion at all.
Donnie's stories to Caroline had scammer written all over them. We went through all of the financial information that she sent over. All of the money she sent to Donnie was through gift cards. Our team uncovered Caroline sent Donnie on average 1 gift card per day for a year. And we estimated that she sent over 100 gift cards to Donnie in that time, totaling to over $10,000. After running search after search, we were finally able to find the real man in the photos. Caroline was infatuated with this man, and we were about to hit her with the truth.
Using our tools on our site, we found the real man in the photos.
But before we hop into it, here's a message from our sponsor. Are you in an online relationship and you just can't seem to find a way to meet the person you're speaking to? Do they work on an oil rig? Do they always have some problem stopping them from seeing you in person? Does the relationship feel too good to be true? These are all huge red flags, and you possibly could be talking to a romance scammer. You should check out the tools on our website, socialcatfish.com. You can run all kinds of searches on whoever you want and get results back in minutes. Use socialcatfish.com. Find out the truth. It was now time to sit down with Carolyn and tell her what we had found.
Nice to meet you, Carolyn.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you with Donnie at the moment?
We just talk back and forth, and he calls me on the phone, and he's always asking for money.
Well, Carolyn, I have looked into your case and I noticed you were very excited about Donnie. When you had described him, you mentioned he was handsome, very sexy. Is this the type of guy you're used to dating?
Kinda, but not not the right. Usually I don't date that young or that type of like usually I go out with guys that are Hispanic or I don't usually go out with that type of guy anymore because of my ex.
So do you normally date younger men, or is this the first time?
I've always dated younger men.
What information are you looking to receive from us today?
Some real information. I want to make sure that he's real. I want to make sure that he's who he says he is, and I want to make sure that he is really in the military and that he's having a hard time. I'm hoping that he's the person he says he is, because if he's not, then of course I've been misled and mistreated.
So, Carolyn, I wanted to go over, some of the red flags that we had found in this case. You had mentioned you sent Donnie gift cards. We see these used often in romance scams because they are untraceable and there's no personal information attached to them.
Oh, okay.
Is that something that you're familiar with?
No.
You had mentioned that Donnie was in the military.
Yeah.
And that you had to send him over money in the form of gift cards to assist him.
Because they haven't paid him yet because he's still on a mission.
That's another detail that we found in this case that rose red flag. When someone is in active duty, they're completely taken care of.
Okay.
Chris found some information pertaining to his image that he would like to share with you.
Using our tools on our site, we found the real man in the photos. Unfortunately, Carolyn, you were not speaking to Donnie Charlie. Donnie Charlie is a fake name. The real man in the photos, his name is Jan. He is from Germany, but he is an influencer with hundreds of thousands of followers whose images are used hundreds of times across the web.
Okay.
Do you need a moment, Carolyn?
I'm fine.
How does this information make you feel?
Upset. Just that.
Where does that lead you with Donnie?
Well, I can't keep talking to him because he's lying. That makes it really hard to have a relationship if they're not telling the truth.
I'm sure this comes as a shock considering the plans you had made to move in together and live the rest of your lives together.
Right. In fact, he called me before I got home.
And what did he say?
He just wanted to talk, and I said, well, I was driving. I couldn't talk. But he calls me all the time.
When we first spoke, you mentioned that you had previously dated online and that a man took you for $3,000. I have to ask, Carolyn, why do you think you keep falling for these scams?
Because I really thought that he was not getting paid.
Carolyn, after your experience with Donnie, are you going to continue to date online?
Probably not. Because this is the second time this has happened. But I appreciate y'all taking your time to do this. You didn't have to. I know it's kind of what you do, but it made it a little bit easier for me because I'm not young like a lot of people who get out here and do this. So I'm really okay with the fact that you were able to help me out and show me that he was not real.
Thanks for watching another episode of Scamfish, everyone. Remember, new videos go out every Wednesday. If you or anyone else you know might be going through a scam, please send an email to sharemystory@socialcatfish.com. See you guys next week.